Now, I'm going to describe what link is. What is this? This is a part of hardware. What is this? Do you know what this is called? You are correct. This is called RAM. Floss, what does RAM stand for? RAM 是 Random Access Memory. 对不对? What does random mean there, Wendy? What does random mean?
随机的.
It means not in order. It's just 随便. And so when data is saved, is it saved in order? For example, if I want to save A, B, C, D on RAM, will it be saved in ABC order?
No.
No. It's going to be really random. So in memory, maybe I have A here at this location. Maybe I have B here, and I have C here, and I have D here. But if I want to get them in order, look here. How can I get them in order? This is called random. 对不对? This is called random. It's not in order. This is how RAM works. And so we have a 想法. What is this 想法 there, Wendy? What is its name? We have a 想法 to get the things in order. What is it called?
Linked list.
Yeah, what we can do is say, hey, I want to get A, B, C, D. Agree or disagree? Well, what I can do is A is in this wager. You see we have, this is called the index number. Do you guys remember about the array? What I can do is I can save 2 pieces of data. Linked list has 2 pieces of data called node. One is called the data. For example, A is like the data that is saved. Okay? And the other one is called the next address. Next pointer or address. And so what I can do is A, the next guy is B. And he points to the location of 216. And so what you can do is I'm going to write A 216 here. That means that I need to link in this. I want to go from A, the next thing. So I want to go A. The next thing is B, C, D. Okay, this is going to be 3, 4, right? And so I need to save number 1. Save the data. The arbo is 我需要去哪里? Where do I need to go to get the next piece of data? And that's called a linked list. From A, I need to go to B. From B, I need to go to C. Agree or disagree? And from C, I need to go to D. This is all what we call is random. And you need to link the data. 听得懂? We need to link the data. What does linked mean there, Chad? Link 是什么东西?
Connect.
对, we need to connect the data. How do we connect the data? You need to connect the digit. You need to connect the address. And so we have the data and next digit. So right here, A, the digit 我需要去哪里 is 216. Agree or disagree? 因为 B 在这个 digit. And then after B 我需要去哪里 I need to go C. C 在哪里 is 244. This is just an example. 对不对? And so the next guy here boop, 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 is going to be B. Agree or disagree? This is the next data because if I go from A 216, A 我需要去哪 216, whoop, I'm here. And then I need to, are you okay? And then don't sleep, okay? And then I need, if we're going to need Tyrell, you can take up. From 216, you need to go to C, which is 244. That's the basic idea. Okay? Can we just shoot? Me, Wendy? Any question, Wendy? So, here is some important key terms. Okay? I want you to draw a little picture. At the very beginning of a linked list, it looks like this. You have a start pointer. 我们画一个图片, okay? Let's do an example. This is called the start pointer. Because you need to know in the data, we have so much data. Okay? I'm just going to scroll back up here. We need to have a Kaiser. It means, where do I start? Because in here, we have so much data into RAM. You can have thousands of places. I need to say, Nali Kaiser. I want to Kaiser at A. Agree or disagree? So the starting pointer is going to point to that wager, that digit. 这个是 data, 这个是 digit. Okay? And the location is the index. So, 刚刚开始 on a linked list, 第一步我们需要画出来 the start pointer. This is going to be the digit of the thing, and we call that the head. 这个是头. From the toe, you go to your very first piece of data, and you have to have 两个东西. 我们需要两个东西. 一个是 data, 这个例子 is A. The second thing is the next pointer. This is the next pointer. Okay? All this is called a node. Node 是两个东西. Data plus digit 是叫一个 node. 你需要 copy this there, Chad. So I only want you to 画出来一个 linked list. I'm giving you a 举个例子. You need to have this in your note. So we have 开始 一个 box. Link it to your first node, and then you need to go to the next node. For example, I have B. And then B is going to have the next node, the next pointer, or basically the index number. And this is going to be node 2. And then 最后, at the very end, 最后, we have this thing called male pointer. 我不需要去别的地方. Then let's say B is my last, let's say C is my last piece of data. I'm going to put C, and then right here, I put this little O. This means it's 结束. It means it's finished of my linked list train kind of idea. And this value is equal to 负一. 负一 minus 1 means it's the end of my list. End of my linked list. Because the data I just wanted was to link A, B, C, and nothing else. So it's this, A linked to B, B linked to C, and then this means end. Okay? Make sure you have a picture here. You need the start pointer. You need to have a start pointer. That's going to be the very first digit of the data. This data is going to point to the next piece of data. This data is going to point to the next piece of data. And then if you finish, you can put 负一, or we have, this is called null. Null 是没有. Null 是没有. Let me just have a look. You have a toucan and it's labeled. And put, yeah, 挺好. Very good. Okay. Now, we're going to learn some things. In this class, we're going to learn how can I delete data and how can I add data. We're going to study these two things. You need to be able to delete a node and 加上一个 node. Okay? Now, this is kind of a visual representation, but on the test, sometimes they give you a table. And a table is the same idea as a linked list. So I'm going to show you an example. Okay? On the test, this linked list, usually it looks like 这样子, right? But this can turn into a table. And it's the 一样的. What happens is this data here, A, B, C, is this data here, A, B, C. Okay? And the next pointer, this piece of data is right behind it. It's called next pointer. A goes to 2, B goes to 3, C goes to 4. And this index is the same as my address or the location of my data. Because this is dynamic. The linked list is all in rem. And rem 是很复杂的. It's not in order. Okay, Wendy? It's not in order. And so the most basic, you can have a little draw. If I wanted to link A, B, C, D, E, it would look like this. A has 2. 2, it goes to 这个位置. Now we're at B. This is called in order. But floss, is data like this in rem? Will you ever have 这个是太完美, right? Look, A goes to 2, and then it goes here. And then this goes here, 3, and then it goes here. This is is this random? Is this random? 有没有 random? 这个一点不是 random. 这个有点像array. Do you remember array? You have A, B, C in coding. The problem with an array versus a linked list, if I wanted to add a data, you have to move all the data in the array. But a linked list is quiet. All I can just add the data. Let's say I wanted to put some data in here. I can add it to the end of the list and then just update his index number. And this means that it's quiet. It be array 厉害. Linked list be array quiet, because an array, you need to move the data. In a linked list, you only need to update his pointer. Okay, and I'm going to show you this more 清楚. Okay, 这个 not random. Let's do one that's more random. Are you ready? Here we go. Schoolwork number 1. I want you to 画起来. I want you to draw this. Copy this table. You have index number, data, and next pointer. I have A, B, C, D. You need to fill in this table. Because right now, I have A is at location 2. And I want to get in the order A, B, C, D, E. You need to fill in what is the next pointer. From A, where do I need to go to, Ched? From A, I need to 去哪里? B. I need to go B. B 在什么位置? 10. It's 10. And so the next pointer here, I need to go 10, because from A, I need to go to 这个位置. Okay? I want you guys, I'll give you 1分钟, 2分钟. I want you to fill in this table. Copy the table and fill it out. We'll see if you get it right. You got the table done? We'll kind of move some time. You should say the pointer to do them. Okay? Okay. I want you to copy the table and then write down the next pointers. We need to get them in order. Is this, Wendy, is this data in order? A, B, C, D. Is this in order? It's actually not, because A is at 2 location. So this is 很复杂, 对不对? But we must make this in order. That's why we need to have pointers. Okay? Because if I were to draw this data, you see we have this locations all the way up to 10. We have location 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Right now, A is at location 2. B is way over here. They're not 放在一起. C is at 4. C is this location. D is at 9. And E is at 8. And so this is called random. And so what we have to do is we have to link this A, and we say, hey, I have to go to B, and B is at 10. So we got 10 is the correct answer. From B, I need to go to C. 对还是不对? C is at 位置4. And so from B, I need to put right here is 4. 对不对? And from C, I need to go to D. And D is at 9. So from C, I need to go to D because D is at 9. And from D, I need to go E, that is 8. Now I have a problem. E,我需要去哪里? Ted, where do I need to go?
Maybe 2.
After D, where do I have to go?
Maybe 2.
I don't need to go anywhere. If you don't need to go anywhere, what is the index number?
0.
Not 0. It's 负1. Okay. Who has it? Do you have it? Do you have it? 演的? 你需要写负1. 我们需要写负1. 它的名字 is null. Okay? 但是 we need to write 负1. Okay? Because the 电脑它不知道 null 的 symbol, 对不对? 它只是知道号. He only knows number. Okay? And so you must put this as 负1. Don't put the symbol of the null symbol. It's the end. Okay? It's 很清楚, right? Now, we're going to do 2 things. What are the 2 things that we're going to do there, Wendy? What did I say? We have to be able to do 2 things. I have a linked list. I have to be able to, what is this? I have to be able to do what? 对, I have to be able to kill my data. If I kill a node, I have to update the pointer to 跳它. Agree or disagree? Because sometimes you want to change your list. I have A, B, C, D, but I want to get rid of B. And then I need to update the pointer to go to another location. And so I'm going to show you how you can delete data in linked lists. The second thing you need to know is what happened if I want to add data. I'm going to show you how you can delete the data and how you can add the data. Okay? So this is the normal picture. If you have to draw, he looks like this. But we don't need to draw. Okay? We need to do the table. Okay? How do you add an item? Well, it's very easy to add an item. What you do is, let's say I have BDL. I have BDL. Agree or disagree? And I want to add at the start of the list. What you do, before the start pointer point to B, 对不对? 但是 if I want to put something 前面, I need to change the start pointer to point to A, and then A will point to B. Okay? This picture kind of shows you how you can add at the beginning. Let's continue. If I want to add something at the end, what I'm going to do is, before this was 负1, right? What you're going to do is change this. Instead of 负1, it's not the end. Look here, Wendy. I need to add the P. This is going to be 负1. And then this digit, you need to update to point to P. Okay? That's kind of how you're going to add something at the end. Now, how about adding in the 中间? Okay, let's just wait. Right here. Is this is removing or adding? If you want to add something in the middle, okay? Let's say I want to add C in the 中间. I just do this pointer point to C, and then C point to D. So we just have to change the pointer numbers. Okay? This is much better than a 1D array. Let's just write this down. Okay? Why are linked lists better than array? Let's do a Jugulizi. Okay? This is called updating. In your notes, can we write this down? I'm going to scroll back up. Okay, scroll back up here. I have a question. Example number 3. Can you copy this? The importance of linked list. Okay, let me just, it got kind of messy there. I wrote it with the mouse. I want you to say, 为什么 linked list 是重要? Okay, importance. Importance of linked list. 为什么 linked list 比 ED array 厉害? Recall, arrays. Arrays are a list. You have A, B, C, D. 它有一个问题. The problem with 1D arrays is we have index numbers here is 0, 1, 2, 3. Floss, can these index numbers change in 1D arrays? These can't change. These 不可以变. Agree or disagree, Wendy? In Python, 我们学过那个 array. The array, the data is just in order how it is. Okay? It's not random. 一定不是 random. And so we have a problem. Let's say I'd say, hey, I have the letter F, and I want to put this right here. How would I do this there, Wendy? How would I put the letter F into a 1D array?
Insert.
But physically, can I, if I insert F here, it's going to delete C. So where do I have to move C to? Where do I have to put these datas? Can I just put F right here? Boop. We would have a problem. That would delete C. Agree or disagree? So what do I have to do with my data in my array? No, that's the, what do I have to do with the data? Can the C remain there? Right now I have A, B, C, D. Agree or disagree? I want to put F in this location. What do I need to do with these guys? Can they stay there? What do I have to do? You need to go 右拐一步. You need to make space for him. Agree or disagree? Because we have 0, 1, 2, 3. If I just update this to F, we would have a problem. We may see. We just deleted the data. And so you would have to physically go A, B, and then I'm going to put over here is CD. I would have to put these guys is 右拐一步. We would have to move this. Agree or disagree? We would have to move C to the 4th location and D at the 3rd location. No, that's the 4th because we start on counting at 0. And the D at the 5th location. Now we have a 空间. We can put F inside my list. What's the problem with this, Wendy? What is the problem with this 想法?
List index out of range.
不是. The problem with 这个想法 is 浪费时间. Because you have to move the data. You have to move D, then C. The problem with this is it's a waste. 你可以写 waste time. Because you need to move. Let's think of a 别的想法. A new way is called linked lists. linked list, let's see how we can add the data. Linked list, I have A points to B points to C, and C points to D. Agree or disagree? If I want to add F right here, what do I have to do? Do I need to move this data there, Wendy? No, all I have to do is say, hey, B, you're going to point to the F location and this to here. Did I do any moving of data there, Ched? Did I move C and D to Ibu? Like right here, look. I move him over. Did I move CD over?
No.
没有，它一点不变. If this is the location, let's say 0, and let's say 2 and then 8. These are all random data. This 一点不变, the only thing to 变 is this B location. I say, instead of going to 2, okay. Yeah, instead of that, I'm just going to change. I only need to update this right here. And then this guy, I only need to change. Okay? I only need to update the pointers. So let's write this thing. Why is linked list better? Okay? 我们写一个珠子. Floss, can you use English and explain 为什么 linked list 比 array 好? Yeah, 你说 Yeah.
If we need to add new data in the middle of the array, we can just update the pointer instead of shift the original data.
Very good. Okay, 我们写 linked list is better than linked 1D arrays. So linked list is faster to add data inside the list. We do not need to move data. I want you to underline this. We do not need to move data. Wendy, what do I need to do? We only need to what? Only need to, what is this? What is this called?
Change the pointer.
We only need change pointer. We only need to change or update the pointer. Does that make sense? I want you to put a nice, in your notes, make this nice and pretty. Linked list. 为什么我们学习 linked list? 因为它不一样的，它的想法不一样。It's good for the matron. It's good for the RAM. If you want to link data using linked list, 比 1D array 好。Okay, can you share 那个 sentence? You 写好了 Okay. And you can have a look here, and I have some data. Right here is you can right here. If I want to加一个 A 的 guide, you can okay, if you understand. Okay. When you have that copy down, we're going to do some examples on a piece of paper. I want you to have this piece of paper open here. Okay?
Okay.
You got that copy down?
Yes.
Chad, why are linked lists better than 1D arrays in some regards?
Because it is faster.
Why is it faster?
Let me look. Because we don't need to more data, we need to change their pointer.
Yeah, we don't need to move. Yeah. 我们需要不需要搬 We just need to 改那个它去哪里 Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's do some examples. Okay? okay? We're going to do some practice examples. We are going to have to add data and delete data, okay? So I think I'm going to open up the worksheet. Please pull out your worksheet. Okay? Does everyone have your worksheet open? And I want you to turn to, okay, we're not on stacks. I want you to, question number 5. Wendy, can you read question number 5?
Complete the following operations based on the forward data added to the select list with the starting data of the EL.
Okay, so we have some linked data. Currently, we have the data is BDL. And these guys are all linked, okay? B points to D, D points to L. Agree or disagree? Now, for question 1, what we're going to do is we're going to add some data in some locations. Look here, there's a bolded A. That means we're going to, what happens when you add data at the beginning of a linked list? What happens when you put it in the middle of a linked list? And what happens if you put it at the end and middle? Jumihala? I'm going to show the first one, and then you guys will try this one, and then we'll kind of maybe do this one together. Okay, so here's my data. I have BDL. This is not, it's random, right? B is my very first guy. And you'll see we have a start pointer. You always have to have a start pointer because the linked list looks like this. You have a starter, he goes into your first data, and then you have to link into your nodes like this. And then your last one will have your node. Okay? So start pointer is 1. What that means is I go to the index 1 and I'm at B. And the pointer, this is the next pointer. Okay? B goes to 2. 2 is here. That says D. So we go from B to D. From D, I go to 0. 0 is L. So I have BDL. No problem. The question says, I must add or insert. You must add the letter A at the start. How do we do it? The very first thing is, anytime you want to add something or delete it, you just add it to the end. Okay, put in A. Because in the RAM, we have 很多的位置, we have 很多的空间. This is A. And what we have to do, it may help you to draw a little picture. I'm adding data at the very beginning of a linked list. So, how do I do that? If I want to add A to the linked list, this start pointer needs to go boop, and then this guy needs to point to, this is B, D, and L. Okay? So I need to guide with a pointer to point to A. Agree or disagree? And so here, I'm not going to point to B because I'm getting A at the front. So delete the pointer and update it. Instead of going to B, I want to go to A. Put a 3. See it? 3. When did you get a 3? Now, after I got that, A must go to B. What is the default, their floss of B? What is the address of B? The address of B is what? From A, 我需要去哪儿? What do I need to write in this box right here? I need to go to 1 because B is at the index and that's his location. I need to write a 1. Does that make sense? I have a question there, Wendy. Did I have to move any of this data? Did any of this change?
No.
Nothing changed. All I had to do, look at this. All I had to do is update 2 little small numbers. A computer can add those 2 numbers just like that. I don't need to move the data over at all. So this is faster. Okay, your schoolwork is to do B. I want you to add the data at the front. I think a good thing to do is, Wendy, do you remember when we're taking notes, we put the success criteria? What is the very first thing that I did to solve this problem? What are some things that I'm looking for? What was the very first thing that I did here?
What are you going to add?
The very first thing I did was I drew a little picture and then I kind of showed where the data is added. Because you need to see where I'm going to change the pointer. Agree or disagree? And so the very first thing that you can do is draw a little linked list diagram. What I want you to do is draw a diagram. To show where the data is going to go. Okay? I will give you Ethan, 你需要画起来一个 diagram to show that the nodes here. This previous example, I put A at the 前面. 现在 you need to show me where the data is going to go. I'll give you one mark, you draw a diagram. The second thing, Floss, what was the second thing I did? After I have this 图片, this gives me the 想法. What did I do then? The second thing I did, what did I do? What was this? What steps? 你记得? 第一步 I did the A, 第二步 I got this, and 第三步 I did this. Agree or disagree? The next thing you're going to do is add the data at the end of the table. 对不对? 第二步 is you need to add the letter A at the end of the table. So the second thing is you're going to add the new data. This works for deletion and addition of data. Add the new data to the table. The new data to the end of the table. I should say to the bottom of table. Or let's say add the new data to the bottom. It means 最后一the 空间, right? Add new data at bottom of table. And 第三步. After I did this, Wendy, what did I do? After I added the data, what was the last step?
You change the starting pointer.
Yeah, all I have to do is update the pointers. There's always 2个 pointer 你需要 update. Update.
Change the next one.
Update pointers. Okay, 说一下. I will give you something, and then the last thing, it must be correct. Okay? It must be correct. I'm going to give you something. You show me, I will check, and then you can 继续做. Okay? 做好了? So, 第一步, I want to treat in. 你可以画一个 diagram. 画一个 diagram to show A is going to go 这个位置. I will give you even 第二步, you say A here. 第三步, you show me the numbers. Show me the guide. You have to guide 2个 numbers. Okay. Where's my pencil? Did you finish? Let me get the list. So this is 这个叫什么？这个是abstract data types. Data types. What is the very first step there, Wendy? You need to draw.
Draw a linked list.
Draw list. Okay. Second step, 我需要干什么? You need to add data. Add data. Third thing is update pointer. Update pointer. Third thing is you have a correct table. Correct. Okay. Can I mark? Did you finish? Okay, you need to 画画. You need to 画一个 diagram to show this. So,
I don't need to draw.
well, this time I gave something. Okay? So, the equal
Should I draw during the exam?
no, this just right now, I want to treat you know the diagram. So, show me this diagram because you need to understand how the diagram works. So, just find the diagram, okay? You have your diagram? Let me have a look. Okay, can you show me?
Is it very necessary to a diagram?
At least one time. So for this time, I'm going to give 4 marks. I'm looking, do you have a diagram? Do you have the add data? Do you update it? And then it's correct. Okay? So this time, you need to have a diagram. Draw me a diagram for this. You can draw the linked list diagram here, how the data is inserted. Okay? You must draw it. For this time, this is a Swan I'm giving 4 marks, 4 success criteria. You don't have to draw all the time, but I want to show you the steps. This is a visual representation. I give 1 mark for the diagram, 1 mark for the data, 1 for update pointers, and 1 is correct. This is correct. 明白? Other times, 你不需要做，但是这个 you need to prove to me you 会. Okay? So we need to draw, see this toucan? We need to draw the toucan for BDL. Look, 看这边 the diagram. You have a starter pointer. You have BDL. 你需要画. You need to draw the diagram. 算分. Yes. Yes.
I finished.
Okay, I will mark. 你确定你有一个 diagram?
我确定，但我不知道是不是对的。
Okay, I will mark it. Okay. So the only thing for this diagram is right here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's good. And this one, we just say that we're going to delete this line here. Okay, because he's not going to look there anymore. Very good, that's even. The argument you added 8. We don't need to guide that, good. And then from here, from D, we need to go to 8. We need to guide the other number, so we can solve for. Because look at this. This one cannot go to here anymore, so this need to change. 这个位置需要改. Where does D need to go to? Add push to L. He's not going to go. He needs to go to D to A. A 在哪里? A is yeah. So big. And then from A 我去哪里?
Go to L. So A is going to be 0.
Okay. Each time you need to at least update this one also 12. Because when you hear this, the diagram is very joyful. Because without the diagram, you don't understand where you are going to now. This is why you have this whole. Now you see, this won't go here, this go here, from here to go there. This, the very higher pointer, you choose B. The first guy now is A. So the first pointer needs to go to A. It needs to go to 3. Every time you're going to have at least 2 changes. I want you to double check this. I want you to Since you didn't get this one correct, redraw this diagram so you get correct. Okay? And then show me. Okay, class, are you okay? Are you me labeling? Are you okay?
Always feels sleepy.
Oh, let me see. Very good. So you have the diagram. So the diagram is just to help to figure out what goal is V1T. Sometimes they ask to draw, but you're very good. So we have A, and A, D is going to go to A, wait, and then from A go to L, wait, okay. You can jushu draw, and you can have a try with this. So for this, F is a 空间, it's free RAM. So in RAM, we have this thing called A, B, C. This is data. This is used data. This is called free data, free list. Okay? It's a 空间. We call this like FEFR. It's 空的. And so when we're actually moving the data, what we have to do is we need to copy. We have this temp variable. Like if you're in Python, if you want to move a data, you first 保存, and then you can do your 书写, and then it's a temp variable. And so these work the same thing. If you're going to add the data, you can 保存, then 它变 A, right? And then you can go back up like this. And so these are 保存 the things for moving the data or not. Okay? So we're given this data here, and then you need to figure out from this link, you need to fill this in. Have a try and do that. Okay? Okay. Let me have a look there, check. You have so you have the diagram. Good. We have the starter. And then 第一步是 B， 但是这个是 pointer， 不是 data。And then D and then L 对，但是我们需要add A. So we need to put A down here. Okay? Now we add in. So D go to L. Since we have a A there, so what we're going to do is delete this. This goes to A, and then A go to here. This is link. Okay? So D-able is to draw the diagram. It shows you, first, we show the original, and then 那个变 A, it means to 加上. Okay. So, yeah. Now, what is the second step? What is the second? 第二步. So we have our diagram. What is the second step?
New data and the product.
What data are we adding? Yeah, you write down that success criteria. It's going to help you. When you can choose to, okay? If you're cheating, you can ask class. Can you help as well? If Wendy has a question, she can ask you. Okay. So let's take this up. Okay, I'm just gonna delete that. Okay. So just to get this, very first thing is let's draw. We have our starter pointer goes to B, B goes to D, and then D goes to L. And this is going to be your null. Okay? So your picture looked like this, right, Ted?
Yeah.
And then we need to put A. Where do I need to put A?
Between D and L.
Correct. So what we're going to do is we're just going to draw the node A here. And D is now going to go to A, and then A will go to L. And then you need to break that link. Okay? You need to break that link. And so this is, I'll give you one mark, you drew the little diagram, okay? You had the diagram? Wendy, you had it? No problem? You guys can still 继续做, okay? There's 有别的问题 you can 试一下, okay? So, now, what is the second step, Ched?
Second step, add the new data at the bottom of the
What data am I adding to this list? What data am I adding to this?
A.
I'm A. So you need to write A at the bottom of your list. Do you have an A on your list?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, what is the third thing I have to do?
Third thing, update the pointers.
Okay, because look at this. Before D, look right here. Before D pointed to 0, it went to L. Agree? Before D went to L.
Agree.
Does D go to L now?
Yeah.
Does he?
No.
Does he?
No.
Where does D go to now?
D goes to A.
D goes to A. Okay, how do I make D go to A? We need to delete this pointer and change to what number? Where is A? It's at, the index is the digit. Okay? We have to guide to set. Okay? The guide to set. So right now on the road there, we are right here. We have correctly gone to A. Agree or disagree? From A, where do I need to go? Where do I need to go?
L.
Correct. And so I need to figure out what number, Chad, do I need to put here? What is the digit of L?
L. It's 4 maybe.
What is the digit?
0.
Is 0. Correct. Okay? Anybody? Okay. So that's the idea. Continue on there, Chad. I want you to try to do 2 data first. Draw the picture and then update this. Okay? Can I just talk a little bit about actually just before, and then I'll let you guys work. I already explained this to Floss, but Wendy and Ched, I'm just gonna explain. If you have 2 arrays, what is this? If you have 2 links, what is this F? Do you know what this F is there, Wendy? F is actually a free array. So basically, when you have data, this is called data is full. And then you're going to have some free or content. You know how we have A, B, C, D, let's say in our data, right? If I don't have any other data in RAM, okay, we call this free. So you can fentai. This is equal to my data list. And then we can call this F1, F2, F3. We call this free space to 保存. Because when you're moving some data around, you need some space. 对不对? Wendy, 看这边. So this is called free wager, free 空间. Okay? And so what happens is when you're going to add some data, let's say I want to add I want to function to here, right? You can put A in the free wager. Do you know how we added the A and we had to change? And then from here, it can link to this location. And then from this guy, he can go back here. Okay? So what you have to remember, if you see F, it's just a place when you're adding new data. Okay? Write this in your book. Okay? F is free space to add data. The same idea, 一样的想法, but then you have to actually put your data in these F spots, and you have the F spots here. That's it. Fill that out, and then that's it for today. Okay? I'm gonna just stop right here.